going on, party people? We're back with some more Babymonochrome action. Today we've got Gawain versus Marquis. That's right. I think it's Gawain anyways. It's Gawain or Gawain, I don't know, but they got an awesome custom avatar either way. We're looking at this battle from Gawain's perspective, and then we got Marquis over on the other side as tacos. And yeah, I would have covered this match well in advance if I knew there was a Larvesta involved. Good lord, I love this Pokemon so much. Fans of the channel know this. This should honestly be the new mascot, I'm not gonna lie. But we move on. It's Noctowl for now still. It's a tradition at this point. Anyways, Gawain bringing a Dwebble here, which, well, interesting team actually, because you got a Dwebble and an Omnimite, which both Pokemon can set up hazards. Both Pokemon can also Shell Smash sweep. And on top of that, Gawain's also bringing an Axew, which can also Dragon Dance sweep, and a Drifloon, which can also Acrobatic sweep. Not to mention an Abra, which can hit hard, and a Ponyta, which we'll see what this thing ends up doing. But pretty crazy offensive-looking team here. A little bit of a guessing game with which of those two shelled Mons are going to be setting up hazards here. Maybe a bit of both, maybe neither somehow, I don't know. But either way, if one of them is looking to set up hazards, Marquis is prepared with a Natu there, which can just magic bounce some of those back. Though we haven't really seen that too much. I mean, like, we've seen Natu present the threat of doing that, but we haven't seen too many people actually fall for that in this tournament. Now that I think about it, I don't know if anyone has. Yet we still see Natu on so many different teams. Marquis also bringing a Ferroseed here and a Diglett. As I mentioned already, Larvesta. And an important note that Larvesta is ×4 weak to rocks, and we do not have a Rapid Spinner on Marquis' side of the field. Not to mention a Volibee, which is also weak to spikes, or Stealth Rocks rather, and Natu as well. So if Marquis really wants to keep Stealth Rocks off on their side of the field, they really got to bring that Natu in on the right turn. Which can also be risky too, because I mean, Natu's a flying type and you're up against two rock types, which can also threaten just click a rock move. So yeah, and then of course a Minefu. So yeah, pretty standard team, barring the Larvesta on Marquis' side of things, and a pretty wacky team from Gawain's side. Again, sick custom avatar. Oh man, I love seeing all these players with these cool custom avatars. Let's get into it. So Gawain leading Dwebble, and Marquis leading Diglett. Diglett clicks Beat Up here, and I think this is just going to straight up knock out the Dwebble because of the defense drops. We'll find out here. It's getting kind of crowded on screen. Oh, maybe not actually. I think Dwebble's going to live this interaction here. Yeah, barely. Diglett takes the Life Orb hit, and then Stealth Rocks come up, and then sets up a Spike there. Keep in mind that Dwebble is at +6 speed there, so that's cool to see. Drifloon comes in, Diglett can just click Beat Up here, and that's going to knock out the Drifloon. So I don't know what the thought process was there. I mean, yeah, so I mean, you got Dwebble setting up the Spike, right? And then, yeah, I mean, Diglett's going to outspeed. Not really sure what that play was about. Maybe Drifloon is threatening a Sucker Punch, but even a Life Orb Diglett, you gotta think that's gonna live that. You would think, right? Anyways, Diglett able to get the job done here with another Beat Up. And going 2 Pokemon down here. Omnimite comes out. Gonna live an Earthquake from the Diglett, looking to set up a Shell Smash. Note just goes for Surf, which is a smart play because Diglett could just Sucker Punch after if it has it. Minefu coming out here on the Omnimite. Omnimite switches out, goes on Ponyta. On the U-turn, this thing a Flame Body. It gets access to Flame Body. Natu coming out here as Ponyta clicks Flame Charge, gets a bit of speed boost, but just gets paralyzed anyways. So shiny Ponyta I'd like to add, by the way. Ponyta clicking Flare Blitz on the Minefu here, which is just gonna knock this thing out with a high jump kick at that range. Abra coming out here, clicks HP Fighting most likely on the Minefu here, and then Volibee comes out looking to take any hit from that thing. And then clicks U-turn. Okay, so good play there. Pharisee coming out here. I'm not sure what this thing's going to do this late in the game. It's going to live in HP fighting. It's not going to take 2. Oh, it'll take 2 after Giga Drain, though. So, good play by Marquis there. Getting the T-Wave off on the Abra. And Stealth Rocks to damage the Axew a little bit. As the Abra can finish that thing off the Hidden Power fighting. Here comes Larvesta. Abra clicks Protect on a Flare Blitz. And is able to follow up after. Going to take some recoil here. Could be a speed tie. No, it says Will-O-Wisp. I was just thinking maybe Larvesta with Scarf, but no, it's not. At least he gets the Will-O-Wisp in before the sub. As Axew clicks just a Desperation Dragon Dance here. Yeah, that was looking like a speed tie. So Marquis getting a little bit lucky with that Will-O-Wisp. And I missed a couple turns. Sorry, I was a little distracted there. So yeah, this is a big speed tie win with the Larvesta. Because Axew could maybe have gone to town here. Wonder if it was able to get the win there too. I think maybe. It's Outrage on the Volibee. Now, Volibee is going to be able to, at worst, speed tie this thing. It sets up a Roost here. And, oh, wins a potential speed tie and knocks out with a crit Brave Bird. Don't know if the crit mattered. It might have depended on the spread there. But either way, yeah, pretty fortunate RNG there from Marquis. You know, but, you know, good players make their own luck, as they say. So, there you go. Or maybe there's some calcs or something I'm missing, but Marquis going in game 2 with a 1-0 lead. Let's get into game 2 here. Alright, here we go. Game 2. We're on Gawain's perspective here, and then we got Marquis on the opposing side. Both players bringing a Ghastly and a Mindfu here. Similar looking teams, but I mean, it kind of stops there. But I guess both players have an electric type. But let's get into it. So Gawain bringing Omnimite yet again. I'm thinking this might be the hazard setter on the team, but we'll see. A Ghastly, of course. A Drillbur, which we saw put in a lot of work in the last match I covered on the channel. We got a Mindfu, Magnemite, and a Carvanha here. Carvanha, second video in a row. What's up? What's up? And Marquis bringing Ghastly, a Volibee, a Mindfu, Diglett, a Chinchou making his debut into this match here. And a Pawniard as well, which can get trapped by that Magnemite. Though if this thing's a Violate, I don't know how much HP fires are going to be doing. Maybe a 2-hit KO. So, I mean, we see another Magnemite bring from a player against a team that doesn't have many Pokemon that really care too much. This isn't the first time we've seen Magnemite brought to this tournament, but so it just always seems like it's against a team that doesn't have a Pharaoh Seed. But maybe we'll see that come up big against this Pawniard. Who knows? Provided it doesn't get trapped prior by that Diglett. So let's get into it. Ghastly lead from Gawain. Mindfu lead from Marquis here. Misses a big Will-O-Wisp and then dies to a Payback. Ugh, tough first turn for Gawain there. As it was definitely going to live that. They got the burn off. Mindfu U-turns out of there as Drillbur sets up Rock. So maybe that's a sweeping Omnimite. Maybe we'll find out right here as it eats a knockoff, gets a weak armor boost, and loses it to Violite. And sets up Toxic Spikes. Okay, so maybe we got a little bit of dual hazards going on here. I wouldn't be surprised if Omnimite still has Shell Smash in the back, though. Mindfu coming out here as Omnimite just gets up their second layer. Now, keep in mind, Ghastly has the ability to Levitate, so it's not going to be able to get rid of those Toxic Spikes, even though it's a Poison type. While Marquis has 3 Pokemon that don't appreciate the Toxic Spikes there. Drillbur clicking Earthquake on a Volibee that came in, and then is going to survive a Rock Slide, get a weak armor boost, and then sets up a Roost here. We'll find out right now if this Drillbur is... oh no, it's definitely not Scarf, it's switch moves. So Volibee's able just to knock out with a Brave Bird there. We're seeing yet another physical Volibee. Magnemite can follow up with a Flash Cannon, that thing's Choice Scarfed. Chinchou comes out, gets Toxic Poison, then Volt switches out on the Mindfu that just came in. Opposing Mindfu coming in on the Marquis side of the field there. Takes a fake out and is gonna take more toxic damage here. Misses a high jump kick, huge, and then takes one. It's tough. Couple turns there. Ghastly coming back out, misses a Will-O-Wisp. Wow, the Willow miss is real in this match. Carvanha coming out on the Ghastly. That's a black sludge Ghastly, important to note there. Carvanha gets some boosts and Chinchou gets out of there just in case the thing's scarfed. And then Volt switches out, brings Ghastly back in on this Mindfu here. Maybe looking for Will-O-Wisp again. Note, just straight up attacks this time. Eats a U-turn. Carvanha comes out from Gawain. That's just going to straight up die to a Sludge Bomb there. Magnemite on the follow-up. Chinchou comes out. It's probably going to live any hit from this thing. Oh yeah, eats that Flash Cannon, no problem. I think that's quad resist too, eh? And this Magnemite appears to be locked into that. Takes a Hidden Power Fire. Mindfu comes in. Gets scalded, gets burned on the Scald. This has to be game here. Especially with the Diglett in the back. No coming out of this one, I don't think. Even with some fake out shenanigans. That Mindfu's taking burn damage. Yeah, this is done. Chinchou going to drop the Toxic here. But Pawnyard coming out. And click Sucker Punch just to knock this thing out. So there you go. Didn't really get to see too much action from the Pawnyard, but it came in at the end, though. I mean, Marquis had some good Pokemon to deal with this. Not to mention a Diglett at full health, which, I mean, if I had Sucker Punch, it's just going to be doing the same thing, right? But Pawnyard getting the job done. Marquis moving on to round 3 of the winner's bracket here. While Gawain falls to the loser's bracket. I'll see you there, my friend. And there you go. You got your video, Marquis. I hope you're happy. Maybe I'll see you in the winner's final when I cover that. Jokes, just jokes, right? So, anyways, happy to cover this one. That was a good match. And be sure to like, subscribe, and all of that. More Babymonochrome action coming up really soon. And yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.